Welcome back guys again. So in last video we have seen that how we can write a playbook, right, in Ansible, and we can take a leverage of playbook, and we have installed our Nginx, right, and we have seen that it is running on our that server, right. But today I will see that how we can define a variable, right. Let's say if we want to pass any values with the help of variable, right. Before we start with the variable, let me explain what is variable, right. So variable is a kind of container we can say which holds a value, right? Which you can reuse. Which you can reuse, right? You can use it multiple times wherever you want to use. You just call that variable and you will have that value, right? So it is a similar, like again we have a different languages where we have this variable defined. Similarly, in Ansible also, we have the variable, right? So today we will see how we can define a local variable and how we can take the value from the Ansible gathering fact variable also if you want to use. So we'll see, right? So let me explain you how that variable value will be called, right? So if I'll go to the documentation, and if I search for the variable, probably it will just, here you can see how that variable will be set, right. So first what it will do is it will gonna uh, use that cell variable, right, whatever the uh, particular variable you have set. If you have set it in that inventory file, from there also we can take it. Same priority it will follow, or the same order will follow that the configuration file it is following, right. Like if you have set some variable inside that environment variable of yourself, first that will come first. If not, then probably it will pick that local current directory Ansible configuration file, or maybe the inventory file. If not, then the user you are running, right, in the current home directory, and at the last it will go to the default directory. So that's how that this is gonna work, right. So let me go back to controller and client 1 and client 2, and this is our notepad file. Alright. So what we will do is we have this Ansible, Nginx already up and running, right. So what we will do is we have this content which is saying that here, right, this one, welcome to Path for Cloud. So instead of this, what I want is it should say, okay, hello, welcome to Path for Cloud, and hello from the node name it will show, like client 1 or client 2, right? And that I will not pass in my playbook. It is something it should pick from the variable itself. All right. So that's how that scenario. Let me quickly copy this to something called, let's say, variable.yaml. Okay. I'll go inside that variable.yaml, and I'll just name the play something like understanding. Okay. I will run on for host. I will just set it down here. Okay. What I will do is I will just pass one variable here, something called, let's say, community name. Also, it's a very long time, but it's fine. And I will just say I will be path for cloud. Okay. And task I will say, instead of debugging, I will not debug. I will just say changing the default content of index.txt. Okay. And then there is a module called line in file, right? Line in file module. And what this module will do is it will change that module if you want to uh, you want to update that file, right? So how we can do that stuff? So that's what we will see today. So there is a documentation, and let me bring that file here. Okay, this is the file, yes. And if you go right here, we have all modules, right? So here you can see there is a module called file module, and if you go, then something called line in file module, right? So you can read about all these modules if you want to understand what all these modules are do. But let me quickly go to the example, right? So here what we are doing is we are setting a path of our file, and on that file what we will do is we will update our line. And if you want, you can set the owner and group or the mode that the permission mode, right? And then simply you can just replace that file. So that's what I gonna do. So let me take the controller here, and this is our client one. So this is our path, right? So what I will do is I will just set the path equal to usr share connects, and then it will be HTML, and at the end it is index.html. Fine. And then I will say line. Right? Line, I will say welcome to. I will not give that content here, right? Let me first write, and I will explain what I'm. Community underscore name and hello from Ansible name. I will delete everything. So see, what we are doing is I am using a line in file module here. What it will do is it will go to this path and it will add this line to that particular file, right? What it is doing is welcome to. This is the way this curly braces, right? You can define the variables in what you call that Ansible, right? That's how. If you are only using the variable, then you need to quote this variable in the double quotes or maybe single quote. And if you are using your variable name inside of your content, then you don't need to double quote or single quote this part, right? It is fine because I am starting this line with a single quote and ending with a single quote, and in between I am using this variable name, right? So this is our local variable. You can see that I have defined here, right? Community name path for cloud. What is this Ansible node name, right? If I scroll up, you see that there is something called node name which was automatically gathered when we run that playbook, right? Using the set module. So I am taking the leverage of this variable which is already predefined, right? And whatever the module you want, or sorry, variable you want to call, right? Like this machine name, machine ID, or what, you need to write this Ansible underscore and then the variable name. Otherwise, it will say that node name or maybe whatever the variable name you are passing, that this is not defined, right? So that way it will do. Okay. So what I will do is I will just run it on non-prod first just to see how it looks like. Okay. I will say non-prod. That's fine. Let's save it. And way you call it is Ansible playbook -I ..inventory, because our inventory file is in previous path. That is why I am putting .inventory, right? And then I will just give my playbook name. And here you go. You can see it is giving the name of and gathering the fact and then changing the content. Let's see how the content looks like. Okay, it has added this file, right? But what I want is if I'll just go and refresh this page, right? So probably you will see that new line is came there, right? That you can see what I want to show you is here. Let me that as well, but first let me see. If you see our YAML file, right? So what we are doing is we are just passing this variable name, right? But actual content, what we are getting is path for cloud, whatever the value we have set here, right? So this is how you can call the local variable. All right. And here you can see this node name, right? It is coming from the gathering fact from this part, right? That node name, hello from Ansible node name, and here you can see client one, right? The thing is, I just want this line, right? I don't want to this stuff, right? So what we will do is either we can replace the entire content, but let me show you one more example for the module, which is a copy module, right? So what I will do is I'll just create one single file here. I will go to variable again, and before we changing this, right, what I will do is I will just put one more task here. I'll name it copying custom file, okay, and I will use the copy. Let me show you that file again. So if I'll go back under the file module, we have something called copy, right? So you can see the copy file to remote location. If you go there, you can read about more. I'll just place that URL in the description, right? So here you can see that what it is doing is it is getting the source which is your locally available, right? And put the destination on the remote host. And this way you can set the permission, ownership or group ownership, right? That is optional. If you require, you can set, right? But in our case, what I will do is I'll just put the source name and destination. So what I will do, I'm doing is I'm just putting one empty file, right? So that the new file will be replaced with the below content, whatever we are giving there, right? Destination, I will say this one, I will copy and paste here, and that's it, right? Let me run that file again. This time it should say only welcome to path for cloud and hello from client one. Okay, it is copying the custom file, fine, and you can see, right? What it has done is it has copied this empty file first here on the remote location, and then it has added that content whatever we are passing, right? So here we have a group of examples of the variable, how you can take the local variable you want to pass, and the Ansible fact variable, how you can pass it, right? And we are using a two modules, so copy module and line in. So modules probably will come whenever we go beyond this course, right? So probably we have more modules will come, and we will try to take more examples related to different modules, right? We can use a condition as well. We can use a for as well, for loop as well, right? So probably in next video I will show you that how you can put the condition, right? I will add one AWS machine with the Ubuntu, and based on the OS family, we will gonna install or we will copy some file, whatever you want, right? On the basis in that condition is true, that action will be taken care, right? So that's how it is doing. So what I will do is I will just change it to again all, so that it will show the same result on client 2 as well. Let me quickly save and run one more time. Okay. And this is our client 2. If I cat this file, so here you can see it has a, if I again cat it, so now you can see, right? Because by that time that module was not ran properly. But now if you see, we have this path for cloud, and here if you notice the node name we are getting a client 2, whereas for the this one it is client 1, right? So if you go there and refresh this page, so here the same, welcome to path for cloud and hello from client 2, and here welcome to path for cloud and hello from client. All right, this is the way, like you can define the variable if you want, right? Like local variable, and if you want to use particular this what do you call it, gathering fact variables, right, from the set module. That's it. Okay, so I'll take pause from today and we'll meet you in next where we will discuss the when condition with the for loop as well, and we'll see how we can take the action basis on the condition. All right. So I hope you liked my content. So please subscribe my channel and share it with your friends and colleagues, and we'll meet you in next. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.